who is the main character ever since Ghost left. Let's talk about main characters and what it is to be a main character. Of course, we got to start with Tariq. Tariq is the initial successor to the Power franchise. Michael Rainey Jr. has grown into the role of Tariq over time, increasingly getting better and what you want in a main character. His character growth is now one of, I want him to go away, but also, I don't like him for his character work. So there's a big difference with that. Here's the 3 things Tariq has going for him. Number 1, he had notable characteristic is he's hateable or likable, and very charismatic. Number 2, a consistent story arc. And number 3, we watched his growth. Here's 3 things going against Tariq. 1, compared to Ghost, also known as Omar Hardwick, and he's the man who carried the series. Number 2, he wasn't that good at the beginning of the Power universe, so people are having a harder time to forgive him, although he does go against number 3. The side character becoming the main character is always tough. Let's move on. Tommy Egan. He's the right-hand man and the best friend of Ghost with his own show force, in which the idea of Ghost is always present, as you hear Tommy state, "I ain't no ghost." Here's the things going for Tommy. He is the most famous character living. He has a connection to the lore of the Power universe, and we can connect him to other stories and other shows. Things going against Tommy. He feels like a character who needs to be someone else. Number 2, he's so random and it makes the show force feel out of sync, which episode 1 of season 2 tries to rectify. Watch our last review. And number 3, the disadvantage of being white in a black space. Hard to make him the main character of the powerful universe. Number 3, Kanan. The most famous person in the original show, 50 Cent also the creator, so he gets special care, as we learn about some of the main characters in the original Power with interesting influences. Jukebox, who got her to be a cop, Kanan's mom, Rack, and his uncles. Things going for Kanan. He is a character we are invested in thanks to the original Power. Number 2, he is different from the character that we know, so now it gets our curiosity. Same thing happens with Jukebox. This is personal. I love 90s and 80s style of stories. Tell me about my childhood because I wasn't an adult back then. Things going against Kanan. It often feels like a side character in his own show from other characters such as Rack and Juke. Number 2, feels too young to connect. As a character, this is good, similar to Tariq. We can grow up with them, but as a main character, you need Rack or Ghost. Number 3, storytelling around him is weak. I find myself involved in Uncle Lou's story, or what is Juke going to do with her relationship? And finally, last but not least, Ghost. You can vote him in the comments, yes, because it's obvious outside of Raising Kanan, the hint of Ghost is still felt through the show. Even in parts of Raising Kanan, we get hints of Kanan raising a ghost as he learns things. He is still wished back in every show, hoping for his debut in Raising Kanan, searching for a young man in the show with the last name St. Patrick's. He still feels a lot like the main character in the show, even though we haven't seen him in quite some time. So make sure that you like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments who do you feel is the new main character in Power Universe.
I'ma play with